Hi everyone. Today we are going to be talking about adding on a 2-note solo to your 12-bar blues sample in Soundtrap. So at this point you already have a drum track loop, you have a bass line that you followed the 12-bar blues pattern from the music I gave you, and then you added on a guitar track, either using the virtual piano in Soundtrap or by recording your live guitar. So now you have this whole backtrack, right? And we're going to add on a solo on top of it. This solo is going to be entirely improvised, as in you make it up as you go. Just make it sound musical. So we're just using 2 notes to do this. If you're using the virtual instruments in Soundtrap, you're going to be using the A and the C sharp, okay? That's one of the black keys. So you can use this as a reference point. I'm also going to put pictures in the directions in the assignment for you to see as well. For my guitarist, remember a couple weeks ago we talked about the 2-note solo in A major blues, and we played on fret 5 and fret 8. That's also going to be the A and the C sharp. This is on the high E string. So piano-wise, if that's a little unclear, we're playing the A and the C sharp here, okay, or A and C sharp. It doesn't matter what octave. For my guitarist, remember, we're going to fret 5 and playing fret 8. So I can demonstrate that real quick on here. You're just kind of messing around and playing with the 2. If you need to slide your fingers or use a different finger, that's fine. I like to just kind of keep my pointer finger on 5 and use my pinky finger for 8. But I know our pinky fingers aren't exactly the strongest, so we can try our best to use a different finger if we need to. Okay, so it can sound like this. Right? Like, just make it really simple, or you can get fancy. Whatever, suits your musical style and suits your composition best. So now I'm going to go into Soundtrap and show you how to put this into your tracks.
Okay, everyone. So this is my blues demo track, okay, that I was showing you how to make the other tracks on. Remember, I have my drum track, I have my bass line, and I have my guitar track here. So I know we're adding in the guitar solo today, but before you add in the solo, it might be a good idea to kind of listen to your tracks, make sure they line up, that they sound good together. You might want to record little bits and pieces. Remember, if you want to trim something down, you can go like this. Okay, I'm going to do Command Z to undo what I just did. If you want to kind of say, okay, well, it was good up until here. I'm going to move the playhead here. That's that orange arrow, and click on the track. I'm going to right click on it and say split region. And then it'll split it right where I move this track. Maybe I say, okay, I'm going to delete this part and redo the beginning. Okay. I'm going to undo all of that, but just in case you needed that help while you were editing your tracks. So adding in the solo track. Okay. So I'm going to add in a new track. If you do not have a guitar, you can choose any instrument you want except drums. Okay, we're doing a melodic solo right now. So you can choose piano, guitar, strings, brass, and woodwinds. I'm going to do piano just because I really like the piano sound, and you can go through and, oh, we have pitch percussion too. Look at that. Oh, maybe I'll do a marimba. Let's listen. Oh, I kind of like that. That might be fun. Okay, so I'm going to choose marimba. And I'm going to turn up the volume because the solo should always be louder than the rest, right? Now, remember, I said you're using the notes A and C sharp, okay? And there's multiple A's and C sharps that you could use. So maybe if you want to use 2 different A's and 2 different C sharps, I mean, you could do that if you wanted to, but that's up to you. I'm going to just put my fingers on the N and the L key and just kind of practice for a second, see if I can find something I like. Okay, that's not bad. I like that. So I'm going to turn down, I don't know, the reverb is turned down. I'm going to turn this room button down, see if that changes the sound a little. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So I'm also going to turn off this reverb, this R button here that I have here. That'll stop some of that echoey sound. Well, it just kind of turned itself back on, but I'll turn it back off later. Okay, so now I'm going to get ready to record, and I'm going to press the record button and have my finger set up on those 2 notes. I'm going to give myself 1 measure of rest first. Ready, and... stop it. And I'm going to kind of listen to it all together. Well, now in this case, I feel like my solo is almost too loud. So I'm going to turn down my solo a little. Kind of turn up the backtracks so I can hear them better. Okay, now let's listen. It didn't quite line up, so, maybe I'll try again. I'll delete it, and I'll change it. So I click on that little piano thing to show the piano part again to make it pop up so I can record. I'm going to move the playhead back. And, I'm not a giant fan of this marimba sound, so maybe I should have gone with the piano instead, okay? I want you making these musical decisions, asking yourself, what sounds good, what works best, okay? Let's see what this one sounds like. Ooh. I think that's like chords. Not very great for what we're doing. Maybe a studio grand. Okay, I like that. Let's do that one. Okay, so let's test it out again. I feel like I can do a better job with that one. I feel like I'm going to get a better sound out of that. I'm also going to turn down my tempo just a little bit. Let's set this like 80 beats per minute. So it's a little bit slower for me to record. And it's going to adjust all of my tracks to line up with that tempo now. Okay, now I'm going to try again. Okay, let's record. One, two, ready, and... And I stop it. Okay. Now I go back. Let me listen again. Listen to it together. So it may take a couple tries to, get it to line up because of the lag, digitally. That's up to you. But your solo should last for the 12 bars over top of the tracks. Remember, if you need to trim tracks, just kind of with this arrow here, click it and drag it over to the measure you want it. Maybe I also want to take this whole sound and move it over here and play it instead, okay? To delete it again, I click it, press the backspace or delete button on your keyboard, okay? So for those with guitar, I'm going to delete this track. With the guitar, I'm going to add new track and press voice and microphones, okay? And I'm going to set up my guitar and make sure I'm playing on frets 5 and 8, okay? And you will want to use headphones. You'll get the best quality out of that this way, and you won't be able to hear the background noises. When you're recording, when you put in your headphones, you're going to want to turn down your volume a little bit so your microphone doesn't pick up what's happening in your headphones, okay? Or you're just going to get a lot of looping of stuff. So I'm going to say start recording. Okay, here we go. 2, ready, and... Okay, I'm going to stop. So I recorded my guitar track. I'm going to listen to it together. Well, now in this case, I can't hear the guitar as well, right? So I'm going to turn these down again. So just find a balance. Yeah, make it musical. Click some buttons, see what happens. If something goes wrong, just press Control Z and go and undo. Also, this button undoes anything you've done too. So that's a really good idea. This part right here is me talking. So I'm going to clip that out. There we go. Now let's listen to it together. I want a little bit more of that piano background I had in there. Okay, there we go. And maybe, clip out me talking right there. And that's it. Again, you're going to want this the whole time. Technically, if you really like something, guess what? You can loop it. Click that, turn it into your own loop, and drag it through the rest of the thing. Now you're going to hear that solo over and over again, but I don't have to do too much with it. Look at that. So this applies to students who are also using the piano track part. Maybe you got like 4 notes you really like, and you just repeat it the whole time. Okay? So let me know if you have any questions. Email me, put your comments here. Remember, you can press the collaborators button and just send me some comments. If it doesn't work, like I said, email me, comment in the Google Classroom assignment, whatever you need. I am here to help you. Okay. So have a great day, and I can't wait to hear your music.